Hey guys, welcome back. Today I've got a mountain of new information about Reach in MCC and MCC on PC that I think is going to make a lot of people really happy. I'm also going to show you how you can play it early, which is pretty damn cool. Also, make sure you stick around to the end. I've put together a little surprise, let's call it, so make sure you stick around to the end for that bad boy. Right. The first lot of news comes from a Reddit AMA that Sketch did the other day, so let's waste no time and dive into it. Firstly, he confirms something that people were rightly worried about, Reach's armor customization. I'm happy to say that the armor customization in MCC Reach will be exactly the same as the original Reach. Unlike customization in Halo 3 and Halo 4 in MCC, it'll remain entirely unchanged from the original. So, let's just all take one big sigh of relief. However, the way that we unlock the armor will be different. Sketch said that they're exploring a new and deeper progression system that retains the feel of the old systems and blends them with newer models, and that the model will be entirely based on gameplay with absolutely zero monetization involved whatsoever. Feels good, man. As with the other titles, your progression from the original Reach won't carry over, which is something I think we all expected. However, your progress will transfer between all the console and PC versions of the game. This includes forge maps and game variants and achievements and even stats. The only thing that won't transfer over is mission saves and game saves, which is fair enough. You also won't need Xbox Live Gold to play the game online on Steam, which is great to hear, and there'll also be cross-play between the Steam and Windows Store versions of the game, but not on consoles, at least yet. It's something that they're still looking into. He then touched on the release date, and he said that, quite frankly, it's ready when it's ready, which is actually a really good thing. The last thing that we want on our hands is an MCC launch 2.0, where the game comes out and nothing fucking works, especially when it's releasing to a new market for the first time ever, so releasing it only when it's ready is hands down the right move. Then he came onto something that a lot of people were hyped at the possibility of, modding. Now, after El Dorito, everyone was gagging for something that was at least akin to like Halo 3 Custom Edition. Well, you'll be happy to know that 343 have seen this demand. Sketch said that they're working closely with members of the modding community, including some of the El Dorito team, to explore their options for official modding support. Now, it won't be there at launch, bear that in mind, but the thought of one day seeing Halo 3 and Halo Reach in particular on the Steam Workshop, holy shit, like that just gets me so hyped. The potential there is incredible, as I think Halo Custom Edition has already shown. A modern version of Custom Edition would be nothing short of groundbreaking. Just think of all the custom flood campaigns we could have. Ooh, baby. Anyway, moving on, the custom game browser was also brought up, and Sketch said that they're officially bringing it to MCC on both Xbox and PC, which is pretty damn good. He also mentioned that on PC, they're aiming for each game to have an uncapped frame rate, which would be a dream come true, but that they're still evaluating it on a sort of game-by-game basis, because each iteration of the Halo game might have different issues with it. I'm pretty sure one of the most outlying issues right now is that animations are tied to the frame rate, so when you uncap the frame rate, it kind of fucks the animations up. So I'm guessing we're going to have to wait for a definitive answer to that on whether each title is going to have an uncapped frame rate, but at the very least, the fact that 343 are going for it makes me hyped. And also, in extension, they're going to be supporting 144Hz monitors and above, which is so good. Like, holy shit, dude, Halo 2 Anniversary is going to look fucking gorgeous at high refresh rates. I cannot wait for that. I really can't. The same goes for field of view sliders as well. Each game is going to have one, but the range of the FOV that you can modify might be a little bit different between the Halos because of model distortions and such, which, I don't know, I guess that it's fair, even coming from someone like me who loves to play at 110 field of view. They're also going to be supporting windowed mode, which is great, and also a load of different aspect ratios, so ultra-wide is definitely going to be supported, along with some of the weirder ones like 3x2, 4x3, and 16x10 for everyone who likes to play stretched. The The ability to center the crosshair in Halo 2, 3, and 4 is also being investigated to sort of keep it in line with Halo CE. And also like 99% of other PC shooters that all have their crosshairs centered. The Steam version is going to be supported on Windows 7, which is pretty great considering a lot of people on Steam still use it. Now, moving back over to game features, Sketch then touched on Reach's Forge and Theatre, which won't be there at launch on PC. He said that these two features in particular take a lot more work than multiplayer campaign and firefight, and that they're currently planning on releasing them sort of around the same time as Halo 3 and Halo 4 release, which, I don't know, it sucks, but it's fair enough. Like I've already said, the last thing that we need is the MCC launch all over again, so just release them when they're ready and working. However, in brighter news, they're investigating bringing Halo Custom Edition content to MCC, assumingly only on PC, but who knows? That would be fucking amazing if possible. And then, lastly, Sketch briefly addressed the problem with MCC's terminals and the fact that on Xbox they open with the Halo channel, which was discontinued like 3 years ago. He pretty much just said that they're gonna address them on PC at a later date, but at least they've got the terminals in mind for us lore guys. And that's about it from the AMA, aside from one thing which we're going to cover in a minute. Lots of juicy stuff in there that should calm a lot of people's worries about various aspects of Reach, MCC, and just the whole thing on PC. So, after this AMA, Frankie then released a statement somewhere, I'm not sure where he said this, but he said it, that my boy Pac-Man Gaming made me aware of, so shout out to you, my boy, thank you very much. In this statement, Frankie pretty much just reiterates a lot of what Sketch said, that it's really hard to port all these games to PC, mostly in a functional state with like all the features and intricacies that PC players expect, which is why there's no solid release date yet. But then he went on to say something that was really interesting that might pertain to Halo Infinite, maybe? I'm not sure. Basically, he said that if you've played Halo 5 on PC, you'll realise that because of the advanced mobility, there's too many button inputs for a keyboard, and it makes it feel really messy to play. The player movement in Halo 5 feels much better on a controller compared to PC. I mean, partly because it was built for a controller, not a keyboard and mouse, but also because, like, that many inputs for an FPS just feels weird and, like, too much. Now, given that Infinite is going to be launching on PC, was this maybe a subtle hint at it not having enhanced mobility? I don't know, maybe I'm grasping at straws here, and I think it goes without saying that I'm pretty biased here, but I don't know, I just thought it was kind of interesting that Frankie addressed that complaint that is caused entirely by Halo 5's movement. I don't know, I guess we'll just have to wait and see if that comment actually means anything. So, let's go back to the one thing that I didn't mention from Sketch's AMA, and that is how you can play every single MCC release, including Reach, on both console and PC, early with the official Halo flighting program. So first, go to haloinsider.com and hit sign up. Read the terms and conditions, verify that you're over 18, and sign the confidentiality statement, and then hit join the program. Then fill out all the details on the page and hit continue. Now you can choose to opt into either console or PC flighting, or both if you want to. Fill out all the relevant details for both and hit continue, and if you opt into PC flighting, you're going to need to submit something called a DXDiag file. Now, this is pretty much just a summary of all of your PC hardware, so 343 can test the game at various graphics and hardware requirements. Just follow the instructions here to do it. It's honestly really easy, it literally took me like 30 seconds. Then upload the file, and then link your Steam account as well. Then hit continue, choose the days and times that you'd be available to take part in these testing flights, hit complete sign up, and you're done. It really is that easy. So easy, in fact, that I did all of this in about 2 minutes while playing RuneScape. It really doesn't get any easier than that. So with these flights, basically what you're doing is testing pre-release builds of the game to make sure that they aren't buggy and to find any problems with them. Think of this sort of like a beta type thing. At the end of the day, you'll get to play Reach on MCC early while providing 343 with invaluable feedback to make the launch as good as it possibly can be. It's really a perfect win-win scenario. So, that's about it for the news, but don't go anywhere just yet. There's lots of stuff to chow down on there, and it really does seem like 343 are taking their time with it this time around to make sure the launch is as perfect as it can be, which is absolutely the right move. However, as I promised, we're not quite done yet. I do have one last thing to reveal. I present to you a short story, a tale, if you will. This is the story of the slice of pizza that saved Halo. In life, nothing is certain, as we hurtle through space on this rock that we so selfishly deem home. All our actions are governed merely by chance. Nothing is an inevitability. Humanity's possession of free will means everything that we do falls down to chance, and chance would be a fine thing. There's a chance you'll get recruited for your dream job. There's a chance you'll find the one and she'll reject you. There's a chance a meteor could strike Earth and wipe us all out. Because of life's lack of predictability, we naturally come together in groups, almost as if to combine our wishes in hopes to make them more likely. A fallacy, but nonetheless, one that appeases the soul. One such group had been waiting for chance to fall in their favour for 11 years, and what gave way to their wildest hopes and dreams was unconventional. This group was the Halo community, and on the 6th of March 2019, a popular savoury food heralding from the mighty lands of Italy would be their rapture. In sheer desperation, a user offered to provide 343 Industries with pizza if they were to confirm MCC on PC, their most sought-after dream. What followed was cataclysmic. As if an angel descending from the great heavens, 343 employee Sketch appeared, asking what kind of pizza. And then, on the morning of a major announcement some days later, Sketch revealed his power level. This sent both believers and non-believers of MCC PC into insanity overdrive, and what ensued could only be held equal to anarchy. Upon the announcement of their decade-long dreams, like a herd of gazelles, the Halo community unleashed the great delivery drivers of Domino's, Little Caesars, Papa John's and more upon the holy ground of 343 Industries, an act that shook the very core of the gaming community, and one sourced from a humble, savoury treat. Chance would be a fine thing indeed. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed that little dramatic reading there. I prepared that just for you guys. I thought you might enjoy it. That was, hands down, one of the most groundbreaking days in Halo history, and the fact that it was given away by pizza is just nothing short of spectacular. Spectacular. So I want to give a huge thank you to JB Behnke for the iconic pledge over on Patreon, along with everyone else who supports me over there, and thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next one.